Hello everyone and welcome to a showcase video for Conan Exiles. We're going to look at a set that comes from the bazaar, which at the time of this video has just under 24 hours remaining on it, but don't panic if you don't get a chance to get it after seeing this video. It will probably rotate back into the bazaar again at some point, either as a full set or individual pieces, but the set I'm talking about are the two sort of wardrobe and bookcase looking items behind me and the carpet you can see there. We'll talk about those in a second. They're from the bazaar. We have a couple of items from the battle pass and a couple of journey step items to look at. Let's see whether they're worth unlocking in those journeys sort of early on for any benefit. Do they actually benefit you? And are these bazaar items worth purchasing with your crown coins? Alright, so the first one is, if we pop over here, we all know the dismantling bench. Now as you can see there, I've got 10 fibre and 5 star metal bars. Excuse me, that came from star metal greatsword, that gave us 5, and we also did 5 of the chest pieces and 5 of the gloves from the coarse clothing set, which is what gave us the fibre. And then on this station here, which is the improved dismantling bench, again this is a journey step item, and as you can see there, we did the same again for the clothing, and we did the same with one greatsword, and instead we got 12 star metal bars back from one greatsword. So let's just do another one. Yep, as you can see there, 12, that's 24, so that's doubled. So you could go out essentially, and if you find yourself a load of enemies, especially up at Mounds of the Dead, if you know where that is, I can show you at the end of the map just so you know in case you're new to the game, but if you know where Mounds of the Dead is, there are enemies with one-handed star metal swords. You do get some with a two-handed greatsword, especially berserkers. Any that you don't use, keep them, dismantle them, you're easily going to get star metal with it out, even having to go and farm any up in the snow, which especially early game, if you don't have any cold weather armour or you're not in the position to make spice food yet, that's a quick easy way to get star metal. Yes, you can get it from this, but if you can unlock this, as you can clearly see from 2 swords there, 24. And if we go back to the regular dismantling bench, we'll put another one in. As we can see there, we've only got 10, so it's not even doubled what we had, so it's going to take a lot longer. But yeah, journey steps, do your journey steps guys, get this unlocked. Yes, it takes up a little bit more space because you've got this little bench here and this little grindstone at this side of it, but you can clearly see there, if you want any resource of any sort faster from anything that you dismantle, whack it in here. Same with any grease orbs or gaseous orbs, anything like that that you don't want to use, throw them in here. You can get water orbs out of them, plus the resources back from what it took to make those orbs. And if you need water orbs for alchemy or for making healing arrows, this is a great way to get them really quick. So that is a journey step item. I also have a journey step item in my hotbar here, which is a purple lotus orb. We won't talk about this now because we'll go out and I'll show you what they do very shortly. So we'll look at that then. If we go over here, we now come on to 2 items. The armour display stand, which you can clearly see that's not a thrall, so it's not a person, it is a stand. And also the armour that is on it. The armour that is on the stand is actually level 1 in the battle pass that you get, so you get to level 1, you can unlock this armour, and it's called the, I'm probably going to butcher this, Terranian Nomad, I believe, and I think it's a medium set as well. That is the base colour that it will come in, and if you want to play around with dyes, that's just an example there for you. All I've done is sort of the belt piece and the, I call it scarf around the neck. I've just used white dye and then sort of on the pants a little bit and around the main chest area. So the top chest piece, if you want to call it that, I've used midnight blue. That just gives you an idea of what that looks like with dye on it. Obviously you can use pretty much anything that you want. It does take colour pretty well on all the areas. So yeah, have a play around with it. Let me just switch back to these again. So yeah, that is on, as I say, an armour display stand, and you can clearly see it showing up the armour set there. So if you tap square, you can interact with it, and if you don't want to leave anything on there, you can purely pull them out like that. But if you've got an armour set you just want to display because you like the look of it, or even an armour set that you use yourself but you want to use a different armour set, and you don't like having dozens of chests dotted around your base because they take up too much space, or you always end up losing armour sets because you don't know where you put it, make yourself a few of these, pop your armour on it. It displays it, which is great, so you can clearly see which set it is, and also it's a great way of storing it. Now these are a new addition since chapter 3, the armour display. Now to make them you need an artisan bench. Let me just come out of creative a second. So you'll need wood and blood crystal, which I'm sure by now you'll know how to find your blood crystals in the new chapter. If you don't, plenty of videos out there explaining ways to do it. So you would come on your artisan bench, look on your list for them. As you can see, I've already got one there, but I'll do it again just to show you. So you grab them into your menu, stick them on your hotbar, place them down, and you can put armour on them. As you can see there, let's go back to that. That's the full Void Force Dragon Heavy, and the Redeemed Silent Legion, which is the better version of the Silent Legion, but it's still Silent Legion, it's just a better version. Again, not crafted with a shield right or anything like that, just a very basic version of it, but it's there so you can see that A, you can see your armour, but B, you've got a cool way of storing them, and these will actually stand pretty much side by side in a line, so you don't have to worry about like thrall placements where you've got to leave, but if you had a thrall in that box you've got to miss this one and then put one here. So this item here is under a bookcase. It kind of gives it away what it is, but when you open it, as you can see there, the put's in here, but just to show you, light armour, medium armour, heavy armour, and then the two Sumerians, the Sumerian Fair, Sumerian Steel, perfect for, as I say, displaying your armour and even storing it. Now back to this that you just saw me walk through, the hidden door bookcase. If I close it a second, nobody would now know out there where I am. Now you could put one of these on the inside as well again if you wanted to, so you could double it for the two different rooms if you want your room to look nice. But as you can see, it does require a door frame of some sort, and it doesn't matter pretty much which door you use, and apparently even on PC with modded door frames it works as well. You could put an ordinary door in I suppose as well if you wanted to, but if you don't want a door in there you could just use the bookcase as you can see there. But as I say, it does need a door frame to snap to. Same with the one next to it, which we'll have a look at in a second, but as you can see, pop a door frame down, put that in, and you pretty much got yourself a hidden secret room. And these are the items from the bazaar that I was talking about, the set that is in there. At the time of this video it's just got less than 24 hours on it, but it will be in the store again if you do miss out on it, so do keep an eye on it. Also comes with that one there, which we'll look at in a little while because we need to go upstairs and there's something to show you beyond that. So we've covered those. As I say, they were journey step. This one here is what I would call item number 3 that comes with it. That's just like a little escape bit at the bottom of my base, it could be, or you could build foundations around this, leave a gap. You do have to put a trapdoor in for this to work. It does come with the trapdoor and the carpet obviously, but well, the lid and the carpet, but you will need to put a trapdoor in the space of where a ceiling tile or a foundation would sit, because again this has to snap to a trapdoor frame. But you could place a crate in there or some chests or anything you want, and as you can see there, just interact with it, carpet rolls back and the door opens up. So again, either an emergency exit or a great little storage. So that is those. We've done the mannequins. Last little one. Oh yeah, the mannequin, forgot to say, is level 3 in your battle pass, and I do believe even if you unlock level 3 and you don't own the battle pass, it is actually free, so you can still claim it as well. So get yourself to level 3 as soon as you can to unlock those on your battle pass. This particular item is again battle pass related, I do believe. Level 6 I think it is. And as you can see there, it's got some wood in it, just for me to show you that obviously it says wood cutting. You access it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. If you access it, as I say, it is wood storage. Just say wood cutting on it. You can try and put other items into it, but you'll notice you try and transfer other things, it won't let you because it is purely a wood store. So great for inside your base or great for outside your base, and it does have the same amount of slots, I do believe. I think it's 40 or 45 as the metal reinforced chests that you can get that are already in the game. So you can make yourself a few of these, line them up side by side or back to back. Excuse me, have them either inside your base or you can have them outside even. Then when you're chopping all your trees down, if you're in a wood cutting area, great place to store all your wood for your base. Again, battle pass item, so you might have to actually own the battle pass to get this one, but I do believe this was about level 6, so it's still pretty early on. And there's still some other chests and other sort of storage items that we can unlock later as well, apparently. So that pretty much covers everything there. What we'll do now is we'll go and take a look at this item, which is in my hotbar, which is the purple lotus orb, which is again a journey step item, and I believe this is under Thrall Taker, I think it's called. And if you complete those journey steps in that, you'll then be awarded the recipe to make these, and you make these on your alchemist bench, which for me is this way, so it brings us back to this item. And yeah, I got a really good idea with this when I saw it. I tried it here, but because of this door, your lift button won't actually show, but you get the idea. It still kind of simulates a lift area, or elevator area if you want to call it that. And you could hide a lift behind it. Obviously this is just open up here because this is all just demonstration stuff, but no matter how far up your lift's going, you could hide your elevator behind one of those. So yeah, alchemist bench. Again, we need those water orbs, and you also at the moment need black lotus, which black lotus, if I can get my menu, you need to come all the way over here to the jungle. I do believe it's kind of this area here. Is it called the Black Lotus Garden or something like that, around in this area? You will need your sandstorm mask while you're there, because it is actually poisonous gas that's in that area. And then when you come to your bench, you just look through, and as you can see there, purple lotus orb, and for me it's going to cost me 3 black lotus and 1 water orb. And it's pretty much the same if you do it on your improved alchemist bench, just to show you the difference. Even if we do it on here, purple lotus orb, this time instead of 3 though, because it's the improved bench, and this doesn't seem to make a difference even having a named alchemist on it. It's only costing me 2 black lotus instead of 3, so all the improved essentially does is just cut your cost down by 1 on my particular server. It may be different on official, but even with a thrall in the improved bench it doesn't make any difference. So that's how you craft them. But I know what you're asking now, you're wondering, that's all well and good crafting them and it's an orb that I can throw, but what does it do? Well, instead of me leaving you guessing what it does, let's go and have a look. Alright, so why, you might ask, am I stood outside the summoning place, which all of you should know where this is by now on the map. Especially if you're a veteran player, you should have no excuse for not knowing where this is. But just in case you don't, if you're a new player, just here, the summoning place, which is just below the sinkhole if you've unlocked that. Or if you're coming up from the river, it's just a little bit north of the sentinels. And the reason why I'm here, obviously I am cloaked in God mode for this because I don't want anybody to see me. But these orbs, if we throw one at this guy, as you can see his health's not going down. But look at that little bar above his health bar, that's his knockout or unconscious or torpidity bar, if you want to call it that. Which essentially means that you can bring these purple lotus orbs to an enemy NPC camp. I don't think I have a binding on me. This guy somehow survived it, but okay. But as you can see, they didn't die, but they dropped down on the floor. And I'll show you. Well, they're not dead. Unconscious. Yeah, that is because... Ignore the drums for a second, guys, but... It basically means that... Summoning place, as you can see, you can come into an area like this. You could just throw it, I'm using all of these just for these, just to make this quicker, but you could just use a couple, and look at that. All of them unconscious straight away. Now you can stand in this, and this won't affect you. It's not going to knock you unconscious, so don't worry. Alright, let me get out these drums because they are so annoying. Can't hear myself think with those drums. Right. But yeah, pretty much you can see there, they were all unconscious. These two are now unconscious, so you could drag them back to your wheel and put them on your wheel of pain. So that is essentially a grenade version of you using a truncheon. So instead of you having to use a truncheon to try and knock out an enemy and having to take damage and take aggro off them and possibly get injured, you now don't need to do that because you can throw a purple lotus orb down and just wait for that bar to tier. Obviously the higher tier they are, the longer they're going to take to knock out. Maybe a legendary or a tier 3 may take 2, maybe 3 orbs, but you'll see that knockout bar dropping. Just judge it best on your situation. Oh, okay then everyone, that just about covers everything for this video. So in this video we've looked at a bizarre item, which includes a bookcase, a wardrobe and a hidden carpet and trapdoor, if you will. We've had a look at some of the journey step items, and we've also had a look at a couple of battle pass items, just to highlight them for you so you know what they are and whether they interest you or not. If you do find this sort of content helpful, this is something new I'm trying out, do me a favour guys, let me know in the comments down below if you did enjoy it. Let me know if I didn't cover enough or you think I covered too much. Give me a thumbs up, so that's a like, really helps push this video out to more people, shows me you guys appreciate this type of content and you want more of this, because let's face it, the more feedback I get from you guys, the more I can improve the content that I bring on this channel, so it's a really big help. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you are subscribed, thank you for doing so. And yeah, that just about covers it for this video, so until I see you guys in the next one, stay safe, enjoy chapter 3, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.